Well, hello, my friends. Dr. Martin here. Today, I want to share something intriguing with you. 7 reasons why you don't need friends after 65. Now, before you jump to conclusions, please listen closely. I'm not suggesting that friendships aren't valuable. Instead, I'm here to explain how, in our later years, we can benefit from having fewer, but much deeper, connections that truly enrich our lives. Stay with me, because I promise that by the end of our time together, you'll have new ideas and insights that could enhance your everyday experience. Let me start with a little story from my practice. A few years ago, I had a patient named Mr. Thompson. He was a gentle soul in his late 70s who always worried that not having a wide circle of friends meant he was destined to feel lonely. One day, as we sat together over a comforting cup of tea, he shared that his most cherished moments were not from bustling parties or crowded social events, but from long, thoughtful conversations with 1 or 2 trusted companions. Over time, Mr. Thompson discovered that a few genuine relationships could provide more satisfaction than trying to keep up with every invitation that came his way. His story reminds us that as we age, what we truly need is not a large group of acquaintances, but rather a few solid, meaningful connections. In our younger days, we often fill our calendars with events and social gatherings, sometimes to the point of exhaustion. But now, with the wisdom that comes from years of living, many of us find solace in reclaiming our time. When you're no longer pressured to attend every dinner party or community event, you gain a newfound freedom, the freedom to do what brings you real joy. Imagine a morning where you can savor your coffee in peace, reading the newspaper, or simply watching the sunrise. That freedom is a treasure. And scientific studies back up the idea that reducing stress and having control over your daily routine can lead to better health. I'd love to hear from you. What does your perfect, stress-free morning look like? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As we grow older, we learn that the quality of our interactions matters far more than their quantity. Deep, heartfelt conversations often leave us feeling nourished and understood, much more than a flurry of casual hellos ever could. I remember another patient, Mrs. Carter, who once felt obligated to attend every social event in town. Despite her busy schedule, she often felt emotionally drained after these encounters. When she decided to focus her time on connecting with just a couple of close friends, her life transformed. Each meeting became a warm exchange that recharged her spirit. Think about that for a moment. The simple power of a genuine smile or a sincere conversation can make all the difference. If you have a story about a cherished moment with someone who truly understood you, please share it below. Your experience might inspire someone else to seek out more meaningful connections. One of the most valuable gifts we have in our later years is our independence. Over decades of living, you've accumulated wisdom about what truly benefits you. Embracing your independence means making choices that nourish your well-being. It's not about isolating yourself. It's about trusting yourself to decide what's best. Every time you choose an activity that makes your heart sing, whether it's a quiet walk in the park, reading a favorite book, or even pursuing a long-neglected hobby, you reinforce your self-worth and sense of control. Numerous studies show that feeling in control of your daily life can lower anxiety and even reduce the risk of depression. I'd be curious to know, what recent decision have you made that made you feel empowered? Let me know in the comments. Your insight could encourage someone else to embrace their independence. Our later years also present a wonderful opportunity for personal growth. With fewer social obligations, you now have more time to explore new interests and hobbies. Maybe you've always dreamed of learning to play an instrument, painting a landscape, or even delving into digital photography. One of my patients recently discovered a passion for photography and found that capturing the beauty of her garden brought her immense joy and a fresh perspective on life. Research in gerontology has shown that lifelong learning not only keeps the mind sharp, but also contributes to overall happiness and life satisfaction. Perhaps today is the day you decide to try something new. If you've ever taken up a hobby later in life, or if you're considering it now, please share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy these ideas, a quick subscription to my channel would mean a lot. It helps us keep sharing these valuable insights without interruption. Now let's talk about something that might feel a bit counterintuitive. The idea of reducing negative influences in our lives. Not every relationship is uplifting, and sometimes certain connections bring more stress than support. I've seen many patients experience a significant boost in their well-being after they chose to distance themselves from relationships that were more draining than enriching. This isn't about being unkind or shutting people out. It's about safeguarding your emotional health. When you surround yourself with those who genuinely care about you, who lift you up rather than bring you down, your overall quality of life improves. Have you ever found yourself stepping back from a relationship that wasn't serving you well? I encourage you to reflect on this and perhaps share a brief story in the comments. Your experience might just be the encouragement someone else needs to make a positive change. Each day, every moment becomes precious. And as we age, we begin to value these moments even more. When you're not constantly chasing after a crowded social life, you create space for truly meaningful interactions. Think about a quiet afternoon spent in conversation with a neighbor or a heartfelt chat with a family member. These moments, though simple, hold incredible power. They remind us that life is not about the quantity of interactions, but the quality. Scientific research has demonstrated that these thoughtful, deliberate connections contribute significantly to our overall well-being and mood. Picture yourself enjoying a leisurely walk in nature, feeling the warmth of the sun, and savoring a conversation that leaves you feeling uplifted. I challenge you today to find one moment that brings you joy and share it with us in the comments. Let's build a community of uplifting experiences together. One of the most fascinating aspects of aging is the evolution of our understanding of friendship. When we were younger, friendship might have meant constant outings, shared adventures, or endless chatter. But now, friendship can be so much more. It might be a neighbor who listens when you need to talk, a relative who respects your quiet moments, or even an acquaintance who becomes a silent pillar of support during challenging times. This shift in perspective isn't a sign of loss. Rather, it's an indication of the wisdom we've gained over the years. It's about redefining what it means to be a friend, not by the number of phone calls or social gatherings, but by the genuine care and respect that flows naturally between people. As you reflect on this idea, ask yourself, have you ever discovered an unexpected friend in a place you never imagined? I'd love to hear your reflections in the comments. Throughout my years as a physician, I have witnessed how these changes in social needs can lead to happier, healthier lives. The scientific evidence is clear. Deeper connections, personal growth, and a strong sense of independence contribute positively to our mental and physical health. Studies in geriatric psychology consistently show that seniors who invest in a few meaningful relationships experience lower stress levels and enjoy greater overall satisfaction with life. It's not about completely shutting oneself off from the world. It's about choosing to engage in ways that truly benefit your heart and mind. Imagine for a moment a typical morning where you sip your coffee in the quiet comfort of your home and then unexpectedly receive a call from an old friend. Instead of feeling a pang of regret for the time apart, you savor the connection because it's meaningful and heartfelt. It's a reminder that even brief interactions can carry immense value when they come from a place of genuine care. I invite you to consider how this simple shift in perspective might change your day-to-day life. Perhaps there's a small adjustment you could make that would allow you to enjoy more of those fulfilling, stress-free moments. I encourage you to share one small change you plan to try in the comments below. Your idea might just spark inspiration in someone else. As we draw closer to the end of our conversation, I want to stress that the message here is not to isolate yourself or shy away from all social interaction. Far from it. This is about honoring the wisdom and experience you've accumulated over the years. It's about embracing a lifestyle that prioritizes what truly matters: quality, depth, and personal fulfillment. Every decision you make can lead to a more peaceful and joyful existence. Think of it as a gentle, ongoing conversation with yourself about what brings you happiness. When you focus on the quality of your interactions and allow yourself the freedom to choose, you open up a world of opportunities for personal satisfaction and inner peace. I invite you to take a moment and reflect on the thoughts we've shared today. Which idea resonated with you the most? Was it the newfound freedom to enjoy your mornings in peace? The realization that a few deep connections are worth more than many shallow ones? Or perhaps the exciting prospect of exploring a new hobby? Whatever it is, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Your stories and insights are what make our community so special, and sharing them can help us all see life in a richer, more vibrant way. If you found these ideas valuable and would like to continue this journey of discovery and personal growth with me, please consider subscribing to this channel. By subscribing, you'll join a community of thoughtful individuals who appreciate the beauty of simple, meaningful living. It's a small gesture that helps us reach more people with messages that can truly make a difference. As we close our conversation today, remember that life after 65 isn't about retreating from the world. It's about engaging with it on your own terms. It's about valuing the simple joys, protecting your peace, and redefining what it means to be connected. I hope you take away from this talk the idea that true fulfillment comes from within, and that sometimes having fewer friends can actually lead to a richer, more satisfying life. Thank you for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate the opportunity to share these thoughts with you. I look forward to reading your comments, learning about your experiences, and exploring these ideas together. Until next time, take care of yourself, cherish your independence, and keep nurturing that inner light that has only grown brighter with each passing year. Stay well, my dear friends, and thank you for watching.